This is day 997 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. This week's Arukh HaShulchan Yomi is sponsored by a generous patron for his chus for Atzlach and Shiduchim, and may Hashem be Mamali Mishalos Libo L'Toiva B'Mheira. Today we're doing Siman Tafresh Pei Vav Beis to Tafresh Pei Zayin Gimel. Base. Mainly so, you can't ask. What do you mean? This is explicit in the Torah, this fast of Tiny Esther. To see the kindness Purim, Meir Purim Gomer, to sustain these days of Purim. Kasher Kimur and Avshama, as they sustain on themselves, to eat some Osakosam, the words of the fast, and they're crying out. The Divrei Tzomos does not go on L'kaim, but we're sustaining. Elohachim Berushos means to say the kindness Meir Purim L'mishteh B'simcha. We sustain the days of Purim as days of partying and happiness. As Mordechai and Esther imposed upon us. As we imposed on our souls, and on our descendants, the words of the fast, and they're crying out. Just like the law of Am Yisrael accepted upon themselves for fast, commemorate the destruction. They accept upon themselves these days as days of partying and joy, which is a tremendous chiddush. I never learned we go that way, but it's what the Arukh HaShulchan says. The name of the Ran, the second parak of Tainus. Okay, it's like I said, I never understood that way. Because you must say that that's the shot. The Tainus Mordechai Esther ben Nisan. Because the fast of Mordechai and Esther took place in Nisan. As explicit in the Sefer Seifrim, the Yeshi Sanos, as it says, Minag Avostenu B'Shem Ma'arav, there's a minhag in Eretz Yisrael evidently, fast 3 days. But Mordechai and Esther, the days of a fast of Mordechai Esther, Prudos, separately. Lachar Purim Sheni v'Chamishi v'Sheni. Wow. Boy, that wouldn't put a damper on Purim. It's Monday, Thursday, Monday after Purim. Why don't we fast them during Nisan? Because the first day of Nisan, the Mishkan was set up at Kalashona. Hare Lo is got a cloud, so it doesn't mention at all Tani says the Shkor and Purim. Fast of Esther prior to Purim. The Rambam indicates this by writing that it's commemoration of the fast that they passed in the days of Haman. Please how that people are going to say it was a universal acceptance. It's not a commemoration. It's an absolute obligation. Tainus which is from the Nevi'im, which is very severe. And we are very lenient about Tiny Esther, which is born, as we shall clarify, about mostly like we wrote, and that is again tremendous chiddush to me. Brackets he says here, that's around the Tiny Esther have a Tiny Esther. Bach does say that the Rambam holds that this is a Tiny from the instituted by Nevi'im, and therefore it is very severe. These like the Enoch, I don't think so, says your Arukh HaShulchan. Because the Ram should Divrei Tzomos some kind of Tiny Esther and Sham. The Ram does write that according to Ravid, Divrei Tzomos does go on Tiny Esther. Gamma Ravid Lomar Zerak Smach the Alma. Ravid also only says it as an asmachta, not as a true explanation or derivation on the Pesukim. That's clear there. Therefore, all Jews who are healthy fast on the 13th day of Adar. Recording Romans Slichos Vidui, Avinu Malkeinu, recording by Yichal, Kibachol Time Sibur, the Slichos Vidui, Avinu Malkeinu, and the waning as any time Sibur, the Zichroin Hatanesim to commemorate the fast days Shisanu, B'Yimei Haman, the fast days of Haman. The Lama Lona says Zeichel HaShlosh Yom Shisanu. Why to make 3 days of fast? And we said also to suggest. We don't make a decree on the community if it's hard for the community to sustain it. When the Purim comes out on Sunday, so far I make the Tainus the preceding Thursday. Shabbos. Why make the Tainis the preceding Friday? It's not appropriate to institute deliberately a Tainis on Friday, and to do many supplications and to slichos and supplications, which will impede our preparation for Shabbos. Gamein covered Shabbos. That was a tour. And also, Gamein covered Shabbos. Lichane spoke Shemuna. It's not covered Shabbos to enter Shabbos when one is afflicted by hunger. Even the people, I think, during Shovavim, some Hasidim fast on Friday, but not the entire day, because that's the reason. In brackets, it says, our people fast from the night before, Tainus Esther. The people who fast for 3 days after Purim, like it says in Masechah Sofrim. Well, says Arukh HaShulchan, we never heard such thing in our day and age, even though that's, I guess there was some people's custom. Custom Magin Avram, says Shemariel, Lo Magid Halacha but Tainus Esther. You would not say halacha, in other words, you wouldn't say shir on Tainus Esther. It's true to me Purim. People are too preoccupied buying the needs of Purim. Maybe you'll have that. And it brings, in fact, the opposite. Shafil Purim Atzma Hayulom Nifnei Rabbam, Ayin Sham. Or itself, there would be a shir, not on Erev Purim. Mishabur says, I guess that Mariel would say shir if Purim came out on Sunday. Makes sense. So because then Tainus Esther will be on Thursday. The Rabbah says that all this means to go to yeshiva, but to the learning, the regular learning in a base medrash is not included in that. So that's an interesting distinction between the base medrash and the yeshiva. Okay, Dalit. Because Rabbeinu Ramah, Tainus Eino Chova. Ramah writes this Tainus is not obligatory. Therefore, you should be lenient about it when there's a need. Such that women are pregnant, or minikos, or nursing, or or a sick person, even though there's no danger. I feel even people who just have eye aches. If they have great anguish, they should not fast. They got to make the fast up a different day, which kind of eliminates the advantage here. The Mishnah says that's according to Yeshua's Yaakov, who I guess we're going to learn. According to Yeshua's Yaakov, sorry, it says it's only going on people who have eye aches, opposed to people who are pregnant women or women who nurses. They're pater be'etzem, even if they don't have anguish. The Bach doesn't seem to make that distinction. We'll see if the Arukh HaShulchan does. But continues with the Ramah, other people are healthy, should not deviate from the community practice. Well, that was in the Ramah. Now, the Arukh HaShulchan says, even somebody who's traveling, and someone who's to fast, if fasting does not harm him, he should still fast. We can make inferences in what he says. He mentions women are pregnant or nursing and a sick person who's not in danger. They don't have to fast also the other 4 fasts. But so what's special about Tainus Esther? So by women who are pregnant or nursing, we can answer when they have great anguish. But kind of feel stomach answer even if they don't have great anguish, they don't have to fast. The Mishnah says the same thing. Woman's pregnant, even if she doesn't have anguish, doesn't fast, and Yeshua's Yaakov writes that as well. The Orah is machmir, but the Yoledes, all 30 days after she gives birth, he's lenient. But they wrote that a Chilashim Masakana doesn't fast. It's pretty astonishing. So there's I feel with Tisha B'Av mutter. He's allowed to even break a fast on Tisha B'Av. Well, haven't seen tough kuflin dalit. Goes Rabbanan. In the place of illness, Rabbanan didn't make a decree to fast. That's without a danger. There's this danger in Yom Kippur you have to give him to have neshama. This only makes sense to Ramah if we assume that this is a Titus from Divrei Kabbalah, Titus instituted by the VM, and it's severe. Not based on what we're saying, there's just a custom. It's archim, it's not clear how to deal with this. Bracken says, it sounds like that women who are pregnant and nursing must fast the Titus says, I don't know such a Gemara, says Arukh HaShulchan. But Mashkaz Reisev Shem Arayba Reisim in Tarpaz, Arayba Shitas, that's the Arayba is different Shita, which I don't know exactly without looking inside what exactly it is. Hey, Od Kasav, he also writes, L'chal Purim B'yom Rishon, L'chal Purim comes the Sunday, V'shasayim B'yom Chamish, L'chal we fast on the preceding Thursday. V'chal Bo Bris Milah, and if that happens, that the Bris Milah happens on that Thursday, Mutar Chol Milah, on the Thursday, you can eat by the Bris Milah, but it's a catch. He doesn't let you off the hook. Next day you have to fast. So what does he mean? He means in any other time someone allowed to eat by the bris. I feel Titus Esther kill. Even if Titus Esther, that Titus Esther tell about the Gimel Adar on bris occurs, we won't let you eat. But when it's pushed forward to prior Thursday, not to Chol HaMilah will allow people to eat by the bris. Anybody wants. Lo Yom Sanos, because he's got another day. He can fast instead. Came in the Mikra, then Yom Shishi. Since Mikra, the prime, really we should have made it fast on Friday. They call it Shabbos, because on Shabbos, we didn't make it on Friday. We pushed it back even further Thursday. So you want to choose and not fast on Thursday, fast on Friday. We don't protest against you. The father of the kid and the sandik, the person who holds the kid during the bris, and some people have similar, I guess, connections to the bris. Maybe the wives of the woman who gives birth, etc. They will turn bris, they're allowed to eat the bris, and they have to make it up. And even if the bris, even if it's not a Tanis Esther Nidcha. The Mishnah Bura himself does not pass away, the opinion which we're going to learn momentarily, that they should not eat, but the Baal Bris themselves, he says, are allowed to eat on Thursday after the bris. Sharatzin writes it's possible in terms of Tanis Esther, which is not so mandatory. You make it for the Baal Bris to eat, even if it's not pushed off, like the Gra. Anyway, after Mincha, he says, you certainly can be lenient. Okay, let's see what this other Shita is now. But first, not yet. Baruch says, it's true about other fasts other than Tisha B'Av as well. Sharatzin says that even though Acharoni agree that other fasts are not even though Acharoni agree that another fast which are not pushed off should not be lenient, even for a Baal Bris, then therefore you have to make up the fast. But if it's a nidcha, like comes out, it was pushed off on Shabbos, so then you don't have to complete the fast. You don't have to make up the fast. Then you don't have to fast at all. You don't have to make it up. Back to Arukh HaShulchan. All of them, the Baal Bris and the Sandik eat, because it's Yontif for them. Those argue say the Gam Benitcha, even if it's pushed back to Thursday, people should not eat by the bris unless they are connected to the simcha. Besides Machar, they should not eat today in order to fast tomorrow. You're not supposed to deliberately institute your fast on Friday after Friday. It says that that's the primary psak. Mishabur says, if people says somebody is lean like the Ramah and pushes out the fast from personally to Friday, he doesn't lose. So to other Achronim say, but I don't know anybody who actually does that. Except for the Baal Bris and Sandik, like he says. Even that, I personally have never heard about it, but I understand that that is done. Vav Kvar is bar Yesh Mishum Isanim Shloshi Yomim. Lezech Lamashi Isanu we may Haman Shloshi Yomim. So we'll fast 3 days. And Achapurim, but that's after Purim Mufuzarim and scattered. Sheni Chamishi Sheni. Like I said, Sephir is Manei Rosh Hashanah, and we never heard of anybody doing this in our day and age. Because of the weakness of our generations. When Adar comes in, we add to joy. Mandi Sedina Bahade Mitzri, so he has a court case with an Egyptian, which we assume means a non-Jew. The Daine Ime Bahade should go to court in Adar, the Chodesh Mutzlach the Tov. It is a good and successful month. Bari Mazlei, and has a healthy mazel. An individual city can make its own Purim. But Yasu also come up with important to like Purim. Yes, some people are not sure about this. The Shmuel says it's okay, you can do it. But the people are not sure about it. They say, how can we add other days? Megillah's kindness is canceled. How can you institute other days? Because Yisaka Daitach, Butler Megillah Tainus is going to say Megillah's Tainus is nullified. Chamaisa Bata Chanaisa Mosifin, the original days are negated. We add other days. Interesting, brings down from the Chasim Sofer. I don't know if I've ever seen a Chasim Sofer before. Anyway, Mishnasla Nesba Adar, some miracle befell on Adar. The associates of Dres and he made a pledge to commemorate that miracle. Yeshimrim, those who say Lasos of Shnas Ibur Adar Rishon, to make it an Ibur Yor, and leap year in the first Adar. Elin King Aselo and Ace Shnas Ibur. That's the miracle happened in the Ibur Yor, Adar Shem. Yeshim is also about Adar Shem, some would say make it Adar Shem here. Ika Kedei Rishona, it should be done man Adar Rishon, because the main Adar is Adar Rishon. The Chol Davar Rishon, Ikalin, Yortzeit, Ubar Mitzvah. In terms of Yortzeit, Bar Mitzvah, Adar Rishon is primary. It's only in terms of Purim. They want to be specifically 30 days before Pesach. They push it off to the second Adar. Mr. Bush needs to contradict himself on that. All right, but that's not important for us right now. Let's go on to Tov Reish Pei Zayin. Dine Chiyuv Mikres Megillah. The obligations, the laws and obligations of reading the Megillah. Arukh HaShulchan because the Megillah, a person has to read the Megillah Balayla during the night, and do it over during the day. Shneimar says, "Mine is the Mechavav Leidam Hashem Elokei Olam Odeka." I didn't know this is very important. I don't remember this from the Gemara. In order they should sing to you or sing to you with honor and not be silent. Hashem, the Lord of the universe, I will always praise you. Klomar meaning Hashem, whatever. First, they darshan from the pasuk of my Hashem, I call out to you day, and you won't respond, and night, and I won't remain silent. Pasuk said, "Shachar." Pasuk until him chabeis, and Nidra shall be yesterday biyoma, which is expounded to be referring to Purim. The Kema Shema, you talking Yom Balayla, since they shouted night and day and night. Avdina Zechanes goes to be Yom Balayla, make a commemoration miracle to read it night, day and night. But how can one mitzvah be both the day and the night? The whole mitzvahs, most mitzvahs, so Shino goes rak b'yom, come on, tzitzit, tefillin, shofar gula. They either only during the day, like tzitzit and tefillin and shofar gula, or rak b'layla, or the night, machilas matzah, sfiras oimer, like the eating matzah and the sfiras oimer. It was said, Darish Mikra, the Ma'aser HaKovalem, I guess it's in the Gemara, I just remembered, which is not Melchish. It says, there they dash for the pasuk of the Ma'aser HaKovalem, Yidom, Gomer, Simon Mincha Hashem Ki Lisani, which is Tilim Lamed. V'nidrash, the Nidrash Sikta Mordechai Esther v'Haman Achashverosh. Sikta he says in his pasuk Mordechai Esther v'Haman Achashverosh. V'Omer Shem l'Ma'aser Gomer Hashem Elokei Lama Deka. Gam b'Yom Gam b'Layla. By the way, Lamed is Mishma Shulchan Kasa by David, and this is during day and night. So since Megillah is like a bracha of gratitude, we thank Kodesh Baruch Hu and praise Him on the miracle that He did for us. That's relevant both day and night. We'll have to without any interruption. I always said thank you. Having come out Kriya Shema Tefillin, so the Tefillah, so Yemela, it's like Shema and Shema Esrei, Nogin Gam Bayom Gam Balayla, which apply both during the night and during the day. Or during the day and during the night. Base, Kosovo Sinat Tesis Varosh, Varan, the Ikar Mitzvah Zakir, B'Sum Nisav, Bayom Balayla. The primary Mitzvah Megillah is during the day, not night. We can see where it says, Kol Yemo, call during the day, Kom Avagav, Shani Kore, Bayom Shu Ikar, even though I call during the day, which is the primary time. Nevertheless, Gam Balai, Gam Laila, Lo Dumili. Even at night, I won't remain silent. Because Suda Sapurim, and the primary Purim Suda Aviyom, it's also during the day. Mishloach Monos, and so to sending gifts. Because Yom El and these Koyim Nasi, it says these days are commemorated and performed. And the linkage made between the commemorating and the performing. Ma'asiyah b'yom, just like doing the miracle mitzvahs during the day. So to the reading of the Megillah should also be during the day. The Chaim Mishnah is so very based on Megillah Tanan. Therefore, in Mishnah at the end of the second paragraph of Megillah, it says, "Kol kosher kriyas Megillah." The entire day is kosher reading the Megillah. V'alokhtani the kol kosher. But now it doesn't say the entire day is kosher. Because the primary reading is during the day. Fees according to this, agav should be shechir kriyas Megillah. Even though I made shechir already at night. And Megillah Chayzim Baruch Shal Kol Yom. Actually, you make a bracha again when you come to the primary primary celebration during the day. Our Rama members Pasak Pek Rishon Megillah. Rama really does paskin. The Einam Chazar and Vorech Shechianu be I make shechir at night. He's both here talking for Yishayim side basis when he clarified later on. So we of course make shechir both times. Kimel, it seems there's a ramification here. If you can't attend Kriyas Megillah, like Pam Achas only one time, B'yom or day or night, not both. Rabbi say anyway, the Mutav Shiv Chol B'yom B'yom Kim Shikar be primary. Better to choose day rather than night because it's primary. Rami Chol B'yom, and Rami going to choose night. Shimi Koydem, as it comes before it, they might be on mitzvahs, and we don't pass over mitzvahs we can perform. Achbemes ein raya. But the truth is not proof. Maybe going to come also, the reading during the day is primary. That's why you can't make two brachos, two and one mitzvah. To the other rabbi opinion, we can say that the reading during the day is primary. Nevertheless, we have a mitzvah. Nevertheless, you should not skip over the mitzvah that comes to you first, with the night mitzvah. It should be the night, prior night, the aim of your mitzvahs. And you don't skip over mitzvahs, and therefore you do the night, even though you can't do the next day. And that's what Arukh HaShulchan agrees, says that should be the halacha.